welcome to today's episode of Uncontained. Typically, you're going to see Glen Toepfer on this blog, but today you're stuck with his wife. And we're going to spend a little time today talking with Laurie Honnigford and Glen Toepfer. If any of you are not familiar with Laurie or Glen, you could not find two people that are more passionate about the geosynthetics industry and the trade skills that go on within this industry. Their passion is absolutely awe-inspiring. Laurie is the managing director of IAGI, and Glen Toepfer is the president of CQA Solutions and author of the Complete Field Guide to Ensuring Geosynthetics Installation and the blog Uncontained. Laurie, can you take a few minutes to start us off by telling us about IAGI?
Well, the International Association of Geosynthetic Installers is a trade association dedicated to geosynthetic installation professionals. Our mission has been to advance the installation and construction technologies, as well as to provide a central clearinghouse for worldwide industry information. We have two programs you may have heard about, the Certified Welding Technician program, and that's where we test welders to see whether they can meet a minimum level of skill in welding geomembranes. And then we also have the Approved Installation Contractor program, and that's where we take a look at the actual installation company. We want to ensure they have financial security and proper insurances and things like that are important out in the field. Both of these programs have been designed to promote excellence in geosynthetic installation.
Excellent. And what are these exciting GeoGames that I keep hearing about?
Oh, they're going to be fun. We are going to have a geomembrane welding competition made up of teams of 2 to 3 different people from a company competing against their competitors. The teams are going to need to weld various geomembranes in different kinds of configurations, and those welds will then be judged by Glen and his team. Agro America has generously agreed to be the primary sponsor for GeoGames this year. And we're going to kick this off, the inaugural games, on February 12th, 2019 in Houston, Texas. And we're holding it in conjunction with the Geosynthetics 2019 conference. So everybody attending that and our colleagues in the industry are welcome.
Excellent. I remember a couple of years ago, you and I sat at the end of the Miami Beach conference, and we talked about this whole concept of installers Olympics or rodeo. We weren't sure what to call it. And we talked about what a major endeavor that would be. Can you tell me why IAGI has taken on this enormous task? I mean, Laurie, I know you, and it's not because you ran out of things to do.
No, I definitely did not run out of things to do. I just really passionately believe the work the installers do in the field is so important, and I don't think they get the recognition for the work they do. We want to highlight their professional and important work. While the rest of us are sitting in our comfortable offices, these guys are out in all types of weather, different field conditions, working hard, and they've got to get all these materials, the geomembranes and other materials, installed properly. Proper installation is absolutely critical to the project. And over the many years I've been in this business, I've watched so many people be recognized for their valuable contributions, and deservedly so. But I think it's time for the installers to be recognized and get their due.
Amen.
All right. So Glen, a lot of people might say that these are just construction workers. What's the big deal? Why do we need to celebrate them? Can you tell us why you think this is important enough that you're putting a substantial amount of time into the games?
Yeah, definitely. Laurie hit on a good point. These are skilled trades. These workers are out there investing their time. They're away from their homes, their families for months on end doing these jobs, and they're not an easy job to do. Owners, they put millions of dollars into these projects to make sure everything's going to be contained and the environment isn't going to be impacted in any negative way. They spend millions of dollars buying the materials through the design, good specs. But the installer, the people in the field are often left out of that equation. Nobody really seems to value them or take into consideration what their skill set is, what they do. And for them to do it consistently day after day in the conditions that they're in, the heat, whatever other conditions they have out there, they're always challenging. It changes day to day. For them to get some recognition is one of the keys. I'd like to see that as one of the takeaways, that people give the installer and their tasks recognition for the task they do. The millions of dollars the owner spends, if you don't have a good installation, it's really just a waste. You can have the best materials, you can have the best design, but if it's not properly installed in the field, then it's probably going to leak or have other issues in the future, and you're going to end up spending more money to fix it and remediate it in the future than you would have to install it right the first time. And that's where the value of competent, skilled workers comes in, and recognizing that they're a commodity, or they're not a commodity, but they're a value to the industry.
Excellent. So what is your role in the GeoGames?
Well, I am the head judge, jury, executioner. No, I can't say executioner.
I don't think Laurie's going to let you execute it.
No executions.
But I'm the head judge. I'm going to have a team of judges, and we're going to be evaluating the welding and other activities being performed by the installers, and make sure, that we're in consensus of who did the best job. We're going to be looking for different criteria: the weld quality, the integrity, and the speed, time, and other components that are being judged. And we're going to pick out who we believe did the best and runners up.
Sounds good.
Excellent. And what do you hope the industry gains by this?
Well, I hope that the people that are out there have fun, first of all. I hope the installers, a lot of installers sign up. I know there's a bunch signed up now, but I'd like to see, this grow in the future is one thing. But more importantly, I'd also like to see the takeaway that the people who are at the GeoGames, who are at the Geosynthetics 2019 conference, really get an opportunity to witness these installers in action, see what they do on a day-to-day basis, and understand how difficult it is. I just imagine that in the different conditions that they have on their sites, and lead to better recognition of the skills and that the installers are doing, but also hopefully it may lead to better designs, designs that are constructible in the field, instead of something that you get out there and it's not constructible. It's a great opportunity for people who haven't been around welding, that may be doing designs or in academics or what have you, to come over and see the welding skills.
I would agree with you, Glenn. I'm surprised at how many people I run into, designers, engineers, academics who spend very little, if any, time in the field. And I hope this gives them a good look at that hands-on component and how important it is, and how talented a lot of these guys are. They really, really are talented.
Yes.
Excellent. So do you two think the competition is going to be fierce between these installers?
No doubt. No doubt. We already have a few rivalries going. The Canadians really want to take over, so.
You think that's going to happen, Glenn?
I don't know about the Canadians taking over, but well, they did dominate hockey forever, but so who knows? But yeah, it's going to be a fierce competition, I believe. Whoever comes out on top, I think, these workers, they work with a lot of pride in the field.
They do.
You talk to them, and there's times where I'm doing CQA where I feel like I break their back or rip their heart out because things are failing. And even in my conferences where I speak, I talk a lot about what the installers could be doing better. That's how it should come across, but I'm sure it comes across as, oh, I'm just being hard on them. But and there's some that deserve that, some that really need to improve, or shouldn't be out there. But all the ones that are out there trying, and it's really like they take a lot of pride in their work, and you see it on a regular basis. And sometimes the problems aren't from them; it's things they can't control. So. I think it's going to be competitive, and it'll really be interesting to see the outcome.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. So, Laurie, with all the competition heating up, are there any spots left for any other teams to come in?
Yes, there are. There are some places left. So I encourage you to go to the IAGI website, IAGI.org, and there is a team application there. Fill it out. There are places left to go. The teams will compete in the order that the application is received by IAGI. And so also they don't need to name the actual team. I know some companies are really using this as an incentive to reward their best installers or their best welders. So they're using it internally as their own competition for who gets the trip to the Geosynthetics conference and to compete. And I'm anticipating it's going to be a good competition. But they can go online, fill that out, send it in to us. We really look forward to having them and having a great turnout for our teams.
Yeah, you installers better get your do not competes in hand ahead of time, because I'm sure everybody's going to be eyeballing the winning team and trying to get those guys on their own crew. So
yeah,
it's going to be competition for sure.
Exactly.
Excellent. So in addition to these competitors, Laurie, who else should be attending?
Well, we really encourage all people from our industry to come. Obviously, anybody who's attending the Geosynthetics conference should be there, but we want other installers to come in. We want our test labs, we want our CQA firms, we want our manufacturers of material. Everybody allied with our industry is welcome to come. And I'm sure I've forgotten somebody there, but we want them to walk on over and experience the games. We'll have Solmax GSE has agreed to host a reception during these games, so we will have plenty of food and beverages for everybody, and we'll also have a few games of chance set up to support an orphanage that IAGI has been supportive of out of Kenya, Africa. There's an orphanage called Rippling Waters, and it has taken in kids who have lost their parents to AIDS. So we'll have a few fun things like that. John Heap's in charge of setting all that up. So if you know John, it'll be fun.
John will keep it interesting all the time.
All the time.
Laurie, Glenn, thank you both so much for everything you do. I truly don't know that the world will ever understand the debt of gratitude they owe both of you for everything you've done for the trades in this industry. You guys have done so much to protect our environments, to protect our water tables, our family, and the future generations. And both of you, along with all of our installers, certainly deserve a tremendous amount of recognition for all that you've done. Everyone, we look forward to seeing you at the 2019 GeoGames, sponsored by AGRU. Remember, February 12th, Houston, Texas. For more information, go to iagi.org/GeoGames. Thanks.